Hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina and I'm here to do your weekly reading. Now, let us see how far we've come. I believe we are in the first week of April. So it is from the 28th of March to the 3rd of April. So we are getting to the end of March and to the beginning of April. So before we get into the reading today, I would like to remind you that these readings are general, so you must take what resonates and leave the rest, please. I will put timestamps below and I'll put all the cards I use below so you quick and easy can find that if you're interested. If you like what I do, click that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. If you're interested in channeled work, in ascension and awakening process, then there will be a link below in the description box to my other channel called Pure Light Awakening, where we channel information from source energy, angels, star beings, and such. So without further ado, let's get into the reading for today. So 28th of March, Monday 28th of March until the 3rd of April is this reading going to be for. And so you have 3 decks you can choose from, 1, 2, or 3. And there are 3 different tarot decks. So let's get into the names of the decks. Now this one here is a new indie deck that I got called the Ink Witch Tarot deck. Now this middle one is the Wild Unknown, isn't it called that? Yep, the Wild Unknown Tarot. And this last one is called the Hide Tarot. That's also an indie. This is a mass production. So, and also you have 3 objects to choose from. On number 1, we have a crown, which is also a clip for hair. And then we have a coin, which says protected by angels. And then here we have a brush, which is a snowflake. So, sink into your intuition, ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick either 1, 2, or 3. Pause the video if you need more time to make your pick, and I'll be back in a moment, and I'll start with number 1. Removing number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1, so if you pick this deck and this crown, what is it called? Hairpin or a hair clip, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it up here so it will be part of your reading. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick 6 cards as we always do in the weekly for your overarching energy for the week. And then we have some tarot cards, some oracle cards that we're going to use in addition to that. And then we'll see where we go. Maybe there will be some charms, or maybe there will be some mini cards. We'll see where we go today. I hope you're all doing well and that you're maneuvering the energies that we're currently in. Even though things can look a little bit gloomy here and there around the world right now, remember to stay in the light, people. Or stay in the heart frequency, okay? So let us see where we go with you, number 1, for this coming week. Let us pull some cards. Okay, so let's see where we go. So you got 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Oh, and the Devil card. Interesting. And then you got Justice. The Lovers. And the Fool. Underneath, the High Priestess. Okay. This is an interesting spread, I must say. Very different. Okay, so let us sink into the energies. Just going to put the cards so we can all see them properly. There you go. Okay. So I have a feeling that, okay, so in some way, shape or form, you're looking for justice. You're looking, because I see that you feel left outside in a situation here. 5 of Pentacles is where we feel pushed outside or not included, or the feeling of lack in any way, shape or form, okay? So you're looking for some justice, for some balance in that. There is different ways of reading this, of course, so take this as it resonates, people. So one way of reading it is that you are looking for justice in a place that where you're not going to find it, because I see the devil here. And also the fool, which is, the fool can be read as a fool, but it can also be read as trust, or stepping into something boldly with trust. But it can also mean stepping into something and not looking where you're putting your foot. You're not seeing where you're treading, what you're treading into. You're blinded for what you're treading into. And with the devil card here as well, there might be a situation here where you didn't see that coming. And so you're trying to find justice in it. But if you feel that that's you, then I can tell you, I do believe that you will not find justice with that person or with that situation, okay? It will not bring you the happiness that you thought it would. So for those of you who feel that that resonates, I would say that you need to center yourself. You need to center yourself into your heart space and into your soul space. And you need to really, really sink down and feel, what is it that I want? What is it that I truly, truly want? Because you have the High Priestess here, which tells me that you're someone who is in connection with your soul, in connection with your higher self, that you have that gift and that thing about you where you can sink into your true self. So you need to do that in this situation, no matter what it is regarding. So that's one way of looking at it. It can also be that you have been left outside in a situation or feeling lack, and that you will receive the justice, but they are warning you about some energy here that does not want the best for you. So that's one way of reading it. Another way of reading it is you're stuck in the lack mentality here, and you need to kind of move away from that. You're stuck in the lack mentality, stuck in the mentality of, I want what's mine, I want what's just, I want this to tip in my favor. But if you stay in that energy, then you're not going anywhere, okay? So you kind of need to shift out of that mentality and focus on what it is that you truly want, which is the Ten of Pentacles and the Lover's card here. You want the true love in your life. You want the happiness, happy forever after. You want stability, economical stability, stability with your family, your legacy. And so that's kind of in the middle here. So you need to move away from the devil energy, which can, in that case, be your own ego, okay? Your critical self, which we call the ego, can be making up some stories here that maybe not are true, okay? So, or it can kind of drag you back into that lack mentality over here, where you are screaming for justice in a place where justice might not actually happen, okay? And so you're getting stuck in that wheel, in that hamster wheel, So they're asking you to trust here. And with the High Priestess and the Fool card, they're asking you to trust in them, in spirit, in them kind of, paving the way for you. They're trying to show you the way forward here. But if you're not in connection, you're not going to be able to see it. But the first thing you can do is try and shift out of that energy and try and focus on what it is that you truly want in life, okay? So that's that. Now I'm going to pull some oracle cards here as well. These are round cards, so they're a little bit difficult to shuffle. These are called When Life Gives You Mangoes, Lenormand and Oracle cards. So they're kind of fun, different cards. Let's see what you get. Number one, okay? Let's see what you get. Yeah, I was encouraged to look under here, so I will. Three of Pentacles. Okay, so there might be some new building blocks that you're going to step into, or there might be some new relationship or collaboration is what I would say. That's underneath this High Priestess. It can be collaboration with within work, within partners, together with spirit. Take that as it resonates. So, the hummingbird symbolizes nervous energy, excitement, or serves as a warning for gossip. Okay, so that you have to take as it resonates with you, number one. I did feel that nervous energy a little bit with this here. So it can be a situation that has kind of gone to your nerves a little bit here. And especially when I also see the devil card, but don't let your ego drag you back into it though. You work through those emotions, yes, but don't let your ego kind of let you get stuck in that hamster wheel. Excitement or serves as a warming for gospel. So it can also be excitement for something new. It can be excitement for keeping your eye on the ball on what you really want in life, and excitement for trusting and stepping in. Okay, so take that as it resonates. Okay, let's see one more here. There. Archway, a relic that symbolizes past suffering or intolerance. Okay. But for me, I focus on the light that you can see at the end of that tunnel in there. So for me, it's more about you stepping through that archway and coming out on the other side here. Not being stuck in the past, not being stuck in the intolerance or the suffering here. But that's kind of what I said about maybe the critical self is trying to drag you kind of back into this lack mentality. But take that as it resonates. One last card from this, please. Okay. The Slipper. A warning of harsh conflicts or arguments. Yeah. I see that it has been rough for you. I want to draw one more card. Yeah. You need to kind of have a really good grip on your mental here and focus on what it is that you want. Coral reef, a symbol of stability and resilience. Yeah, resilience, exactly. Stay in the belief that things are going to get better. Trust in them and keep on having the eye on the ball when it comes to that. Okay? Because this too shall pass, but you need to be willing to let go of the lack mentality, or to let go of the need for justice, the need to be right. It doesn't serve you, and in this situation, I feel like you won't get anywhere. You see, I feel like there's a stuck energy with that. So I think you need to let go of the need for that justice and just focus on what it is that you truly want in life. Okay. So let us do some health cards, self-care cards, self-care cards. Let's pull some of those and see what you get, number one. Okay, so this is my absolute yes list. Focus, exactly. And that's what I said, focus. Now let's read what the message says. If you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. Exactly what I have been saying the whole time in this reading today. So I'm not going to draw any more cards regarding that. But what I will do is I will draw a couple of charms for you guys in the end today. Okay. Let's see what you get, number one, for this week. Just a couple of charms in my hand here. You got a star, so that's beautiful. And for me, that is kind of like the star card in the tarot, wishing upon a star. Yes, they have heard your prayers kind of, and they are answering, but you need to be connected. You need to listen, okay? I want to believe, it says here. It's kind of an alien. And so it can be many things. It can be that you feel alien to a situation, or you feel like you've been treated like an alien or pushed out like an alien. I want to believe can also be, of course, that you want so much to believe in this person, that it's kind of shadowing the way of the truth. So that might be a way to look at it too. And it also might also be an invitation for you to look at star beings. Maybe you're a star seed. So take it as it resonates. You got the sun here, and that's, of course, very beautiful, very positive. And I do feel like if you can keep that focus, things will change rapidly in your situation. You got the shepherd's staff. So someone is trying to lead you here. It might, for some of you, be a person that shouldn't lead you. You have to feel into what that means for you. But it can also mean that you're supposed to lead somebody else, okay? A shepherd is kind of someone who leads a group of people, or, the sheep, of course. So it might be that you are in need of a good leader, or that you are a good leader yourself. You also got tennis rackets, so there might be an invitation to move your physical form a little bit more. If you can't go play tennis, or, go to the gym or something like that, if there's at least somewhere you can just go for a walk. It's just movement in any way, shape, or form. And that will also help you release if you have anger, if resentment, or those kind of feelings. If you move your physical form, then that will help move those kind of energies through your physical form as well. Okay? Just to have that said. Okay, number one, I felt like that was it for you this week. I wish you the very best. Thank you for being part of this reading today. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number two, so if you chose this deck and you chose this coin where it says protected by angels, as this is the reading for you. It's protected by angels and an angel image on that side, and on the other side there is in God we trust with a peace symbol with the dove. So I'll put that up here so it will be part of your reading. We are going to pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. Just going to shuffle a little bit and then we will get into it. Number 2. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're maneuvering the energies that we are currently in. The world might seem a little bit grim at the moment. With that being said, I have to say, stay in the heart frequency. Stay in the heart. Log off. Don't let yourself be dragged into the energy of fear. Okay? See if you can stay in the heart frequency, and the more we stay in the heart frequency, we are actually helping to lift up the energies on the entire planet. So that's very important in this time and age. So let us shuffle a little bit here, number 2, and then we are going to pull 6 cards for you. You got 2 of Pentacles. The Chariot. Beautiful. The Hermit. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. The Son of Wands. And the Moon. And the Hangman. Okay. I believe the Sun is the Knights, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. The Sun or the Knights. Okay. The Hangman. You got a lot of major arcana cards here, I must say, number 2. And it doesn't surprise me with the angel coin that we had as a pick for you. So, I mean, you have 5 major arcana cards here. So I do feel like this, whatever is happening this week, it's going to be major for you. It's going to mean something. It's going to kind of shift something, or it's going to have an impact in your life, whatever it is that you are currently facing. I don't really see that many negative cards as well. I feel like these cards are very positive. You have the 2 of Pentacles, which is about balance. It can be balancing money. It can be balancing work. It can be balancing your energy. And you have it together with the Wheel of Fortune, which is, of course, when the wheel tips in your favor. But it can also mean something that's destined to happen, okay? But with all these different positive cards on the table, I feel like it's not like it's not turning in your favor. But there's something about your balance here that's in need of some looking into. The Moon card is, for me, mostly positive, but it can also be your shadow side, okay? It can also be an invitation to look at something that's hidden within you or within a situation, okay? So that is, if you could call it negative, then that's kind of the only negative thing I could say. The Hangman is, of course, an invitation either to look at something from a different perspective, or saying that you have gained a different perspective, or that you have been in limbo or invited to be in limbo for a while. The Hermit is, of course, someone who is very connected with the spiritual realm. The light in the Hermit card, or the lamp, represents your connection to spirit. The Chariot is a victory card. It's forward movement. It's forcefulness, but in a good way, okay? But it can also be a choice, just to have that said. The Son of Wands is, of course, the same as the Knight of Wands, which comes in with passion. Okay, it comes in with new energy regarding something. So you have to feel if this is regarding a project, work, money, or relationship. You know, you have to kind of feel where that fits for you. But what I would say in general with this reading is, I feel forward movement. There is a potential for really moving forward here, because the Chariot is together with the Knight of Wands, which is a passion, and it is a forward drive. It's energy. It's movement. And so those two cards together is strong movement. It's strong energies. Okay. So there might be an energy imbalance for some of you. Okay. And that might be why this card comes up. But I wouldn't be too worried, but I would say make sure that you set aside the time to balance giving in and receiving. I don't know if you are setting aside enough time to meditate or walk in nature or do yoga or something that where you just receive the energy. We are taught in this society to give out all the time. You're supposed to help with this. You're supposed to be a good mother or father. You're supposed to be a good daughter or son. You're supposed to be a good colleague or a good student. You're supposed to, you know, help out where you can. And, you know, we're supposed to give. But what in this world if everybody was open for receiving from the universe themselves? If everybody went around receiving all they needed from the universe, then we wouldn't have to need to give anything to anybody else ever again, because everybody would then have enough. So, but we are being taught that we as humans have to give our energy out to everybody else. But what I'm inviting you to do is the opposite. I'm inviting you to receive the energy. I'm inviting you to tell the people around you that they also can do the same. They can sit down and they can receive all the energy they need, and they don't need it from you. And when it comes to love, the love that we get from the universe, from the other side, from our ancestors, from the angels, they are the biggest kind of love that you ever can get. You know, nobody on this planet can give you that same kind of love. So also when it comes to love, instead of looking everywhere else from other people, get it from the source. Get it from the biggest source of love there is, from the universe, from God, if you will, from the angels, right? So I'm inviting you to look upon it in that way and see that there is nothing wrong with not giving. There is nothing wrong with it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to give to anybody, because they have to take responsibility for their life and receive what they need from the universe themselves. That's not your job. The only job you have, if you can call it a job, is to receive the energy you need from the universe, the love you need from the universe, right? So for those of you who resonated with the energy or lack of energy or imbalance in energy, then that's very important, okay? Now, the Wheel of Fortune and the balance can also mean that things are tipping in your favor now. So with the Chariot and the Knight of Wands here. So if you are in a new project or in a work relationship or doing something, or it can be a hobby even, or a relationship where you've been wanting things to move forward, I would say that this is a huge opportunity this week for it to really move forward. What they are inviting you to do, though, is to make sure that you look within. The Hermit together with the Moon is within, most definitely, and also together with the Hangman. So there is something you need after all of this movement. You need to set aside the time to, okay, you need to contemplate. You need to kind of, okay, what happened now? You know, gather your thoughts, gather your energy again after all of this. Okay, that's very important. I was guided to look underneath. So that is the Nine of Pentacles. So personal happiness and abundance. So yeah, I do feel like this is where you're headed. But you really need to balance your energy. You really need to make sure that after you've had this growth spurt and all this forcefulness or all this energy or all this passion, you need to kind of go within and you need to integrate all of that energy as well to balance it out. Okay? Very important. So let's look at some oracle cards today. These are new cards. All the cards I use today are new. And that's fun. Always fun. New cards for spring. Okay. Okay, so let's see what you get, number 2. The mango tree. Honoring your past as well as your present. Okay. So honoring what it is that you have experienced in the past have been part of making who you are today. And been part of making you see what you need to see today. Okay? So honor that. Be thankful for that, no matter what it is, positive or negative, right? The hummingbird symbolizes nervous energy, excitement, or serves as a warning for gossip. So you have to take that as it resonates with you. For me, I feel more like it is excitement. It is this exciting energy that's coming in here. Underneath, we have the house, the beginning of a new establishment that will bring many blessings. Yes, exactly. That's what I said here. So I feel like this week is a huge week for you, number 2, I must say. Let's pull some self-care cards now. And then a couple of charms in the end today. Okay, let's see what you get, number 2. Oops. Almost one that popped out. Okay. Number 1. Intention. Okay. Let's see the message. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? That's so beautiful. So it is about putting yourself first. Exactly what I've kind of been saying all along is you don't need to give anything out to anybody else. Okay? So your intention should be give to yourself. It should be to balance yourself. It should be to be kind to yourself. One more card. Choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. So worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. So for me, that is about, yeah, it is of course not being stuck in whatever past that you have experienced that might have been negative, but focusing more on where you're moving to. So what do you choose to focus on? It's a choice and intention kind of together here. Okay. And also, because sometimes having all this forward movement can also be a little bit scary. Okay. It can also actually rattle a little bit of anxiety when things go very well as well. So how do you deal with that then? You know, kind of, that's also maybe why they're telling you to go within a little bit after all of this has happened here. So you kind of need to integrate and to calm down these energies and to regain your balance after all of this has happened, is what I feel. I feel like that's very important here, number 2. So let us look at some charms for you guys. Oops, no, there went the box. Okay, so these are actually flight wings that my boyfriend made. He was in the U.S. Air Force, so he made these flight wings. So I don't know if there's a flight coming up for you, if there's a travel coming this week, or if that's kind of a message to just fly, soar, you know, take it as it resonates. Here is a little fairy, so that for me is an invitation for more nature. So I don't know if you have any chance of going outside into nature now. So these are Lego building blocks, like a flower. So that can be, of course, just a flower, but it can also be building blocks in general, one on top of each other. It takes the time it takes kind of message, but it can also be children. I don't know if you have children or if you have children that loves to play with Legos, you know, take it as it resonates. You have a star, and that's beautiful. So I do feel like you are a star right now, and things are definitely happening for you. And yeah, so they also the star can be that, you know, like the star card says, wishing upon a star, like the angels have heard your prayers and they are being answered in due time. Now, you have a heart here as well, so they're giving you lots of love, and there might also be love for you this week. And you got yet another actually lucky penny here with another angel, and this one is Archangel Uriel. So Archangel Uriel is watching over you, and you are safe and you are protected by the angels in this thing that you are standing in or wanting to do or moving into right now. Now, Uriel is also for me is a yellow energy. It's very playful, it's very joyful, and it's power energy. So take that as it resonates with you. And I also feel Michael in this, okay? I also feel Archangel Michael in this, since protected is very much Michael energy, okay? Just to have that said. So I feel like that was pretty much it for you this week, number 2. I hope you appreciated this reading. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I wish you the very best moving into this week, number 2. And until the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number 3. So if you picked this deck and the snowflake, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it up here so it will be part of your reading. We're going to shuffle and we're going to pull 6 cards as we always do in the weekly. And we will see where the energies go for you this coming week, number 3. So I hope you're maneuvering the energies that we are currently in. I know that things might seem a little bit grim at the moment in the world. With that, I would say remember to stay in the heart frequency. Log off a little bit from all the news and all the stuff going on out there. Stay in your bubble, stay in the heart frequency. And in that way, we will lift the energies of the entire planet. Okay? So that's important right now. So let us pull some cards for you. Let's see where we go. The orchid is the Emperor. 2 of Swords. Oh, that didn't want to pop out. There you go. 8 of Pentacles. The World. Beautiful. 5 of Cups. And the Devil. Wow. Underneath the Tower. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is this can be read many ways. Number 3, I must say, but the one thing that I heard for some of you out there, there is some sort of business arrangement going on where you're starting up something like the 8 of Pentacles, the busy bee, the good worker. And then there is a devil underneath. So the devil can, of course, be the critical self, the ego, holding you back from, reaching your goals. But it can also be an energy outside of yourself, meaning someone in your vicinity that doesn't have the right intentions. So I felt like for some of you, there's a new project and you might want to look into who you pick for that project or who you're going to use, because there might be somebody there who doesn't have the right intentions. So I just needed to say that for somebody out there. But I do feel like this is more about your own energies. For most of you, I think it's more about your own energy, because the 5 of Cups is where we, in the normal right away, you see someone who is crying over spilled milk, kind of, because they're crying over 3 chalices that are empty instead of looking behind them and seeing 2 that are full. So the 5 of Cups is always the card where we are encouraged to see the silver lining, or we're encouraged to look at the bright side. Yes, cry if you need to cry through, or kind of feel through whatever you need to feel through. But then see if you can pull yourself out of that energy and see what it is that's positive about this situation. Okay. Now these cards are, as you can see, very different from normal tarot cards. So mushroom also grows on the dark side of the tree, or where it's very dark, very moist. So it's also needs the sunlight. It also needs the light. It also needs, the drought. It can also, it all depends on the mushroom type. So it needs both kind of, and that's kind of why I'm encouraging you to, yes, feel through whatever it is that you need to feel through, let that be what it is, but then turn your energy towards the light, because you need that now. You need to get more light in, okay? And this is called the Vampire card, but it is the Two of Swords, and Two of Swords can be where you don't know where to go. There's a choice to be made, and you can't see your way out of a situation. And since this deck also talks about the vampire, it can be somebody who's kind of taking the energy away from you a little bit here. And also together with the Devil card here, I would say that there might be somebody in your vicinity that is very demanding, or that is kind of pulling on your energy. Instead of filling up their own cup from the universe, they're pulling on your energy. And you need to say no to that, plain and simple. And fill in with your own energy. And that might be why the Five of Cups comes up, because you need to turn your focus on filling up your own cup now, instead of giving out to this person, okay? Because you have the Orchid here, the Emperor, and the Emperor is someone who is strong, who is standing in their power, and that might be you, but it could also be somebody on the outside that is someone with authority, or think they have authority, or acting like they have authority, and that can be a little bit too pushy, or a little bit too strong, a little bit too headstrong. Okay, so just to have that said. Now the World card here is also where the world is your oyster. Yes, it can be, but it can also be the card of closing off, something coming full circle. So closing off an old chapter, putting something behind you, stepping into something new. And it is together with the Stag. And the Stag can be someone who is beautiful and a good leader and everything, but it can also be someone who's very stubborn and butting heads. And together with the Emperor, that might be the energy. You have to feel into if that's for you, number 3. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is someone who is working steadily, is a good worker, is very good at what they do. They're skilled at what they do. So whatever situation this is, you have to still believe in yourself and what it is that you can do. Okay? Now you have the Charm, the Tower here. And that can be something that comes out of the blue. It can be positive, but it can also be negative. Okay? Let's see underneath. The Angel, the Star. Okay, beautiful. So that for me tells me that there is somebody in your team on the spirit side, or maybe deceased loved one, that want to help you here. I want to come in, and they say that they have heard your prayers, but you have some work to do here. They're wanting to kind of put you on the right path here, but there is something you need to let go of, come full circle, focus on your energy in, make the right decisions for you. Keep on working like the good skilled worker that you are. Stand in your own power, and do not let that devilish energy, whether it be your own critical self or anybody else, get to you. Okay? Don't let it get to you. So let us pull some oracle cards for you, number 3. Oops, one that just popped out. The Canoe. A journey or distant travel awaits you. Okay. For me, that's very much together with the World card here. Journeying away from the old and into the new now. I feel like that's where you need to focus now, number 3. This is also part of your journey. Remember that. All the things that's happening to you is just part of this journey. Okay? The Cutlass. A warning of danger, accidents, or hasty decisions. Yet don't make a hasty decision here. This is the decision. Do not make that, when you are in a bad mood, or, without looking into all of the aspects. And also specifically, if you are the one who is embarking on this new project, especially with this devil energy, because there might be somebody here who does not want the best for you. And so don't make a hasty decision about this. Okay, last one of these, the Ring. Contracts or commitments are at the forefront of this scenario. Exactly. So if you are about to embark on something where you're supposed to make a contract with someone, make sure they have the right intentions in this. Okay? I just have a feeling that there might be somebody in that project that you might want to replace. Just to have that said. Okay? Now, let's look at some self-care cards for you, number 3, and then we're going to pull some charms. see what we get today. All new cards today. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's see. Number 1, intention. What if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? So with this, I say you have to put yourself first, no matter what the situation is, okay? Do not give your energy out. Do not let that devil drag you into doing something too hasty or going down a path you don't want to go, okay? And one more. Wow, it's the same 2 cards as the reading number 2. You might want to look at that one, number 3. Choice. Worry less about making the right choice and more about being strong enough to handle any outcome. Yeah. I want you to look at number 2 as well, because these 2 cards popped out and it was very much about giving and receiving. I believe it was reading number 2. Yeah. Well, anyways, I think so. Okay. One last card for you, number 3. Surprise. Release your expectations and be open to surprise. Okay. I believe that this might be the energy that you can step into once you have resolved what energies you do not want to have moving forward. So you need to kind of figure out, what do I want to bring with me here, no matter what this is, if it is a relationship or if it's work related or whatever it is. Find out, what energies do I want to have with me? What energies do I need to cut out? It is the World card. It's coming full circle, cutting out what you don't need, stepping into the new. Okay. So let's pull some charms for you guys in the end today. Number 3. Ooh, that's quite a bit. That was many today for you. Okay, so there's a penny here. So some money. So this might be regarding work or money, or I also have the ring, which is commitment. Again, with committing to some sort of making a choice here, committing to something. Okay, make sure that you make this choice based on what it is that you truly want in life and what's best for you, okay? Now you have, these are actually flight wings, so there might be an airplane travel for you, or there might just be a message to soar. You got a heart here, and you got a heart here. So there's definitely love here, and I would say for some of you, this might actually be a love relationship or a commitment. Might even be a proposal for all I know. But with that, I would say, yeah, just make sure that you and that person are on the right page when it comes to decisions for the future. I'm not saying that you should say no to that proposal at all, but I'm saying that there might be some issues or some disagreements about maybe children or where to live, or one have to move somewhere for the other because the other one got a job, you know, something like that. Resolve all of those things before you commit, is what I would say with that. Okay, there are 2 kind of gems here, so they're encouraging you to put on the nice stuff. Don't be afraid to shine. There is also an M here, the letter M. That might be you, or that might be somebody in your vicinity. There is a Christmas, Father Christmas here, so there might be, as they say, surprise coming to you as well here. Some gift that's hidden. Now you also have the Shepherd's Staff, so you might be encouraged to lead in this situation. And you also have a Pegasus, and that for me is a very lucky symbol. You see, I feel like once you have shifted all this energy that I feel have been maybe stagnant or maybe not truthful here, things are going to go so smooth, and it's going to look so much better, okay? And there might be a journey here. There might also be moving for somebody, since I see the flight here and also distant travel. There might be a traveling within this coming week, but there might be that this commitment is going to need you to move somewhere, okay? And that might, of course, be why you need to take time to really contemplate if that's somewhere you would thrive, somewhere you would enjoy being. So, you know, you can read this in very many ways, number 3, so you have to take what resonates with you, okay? So, yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Thank you so much for being part of this reading today. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. And remember to click the bell. Then you get notified every time I upload a video. If you're interested in channel work, then head on over to my other channel. It's in the description box below. It's called Pure Light Awakening, where we do channel work from, we channel energies from the universe, from source energy, angels, star beings, you know, stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, then hop on over there. Okay, thank you so much, number 3. I wish you the very best this coming week. Until the next time I see you. Bye.